Hey guys, so today I'm here with the Rugged Ridge front tube doors with mirrors fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. So a set of tube doors is always a great idea if you're looking for a little bit of extra security while you have your full doors off and are trying to enjoy that open air driving experience. So these are going to make you feel a little bit more secure while you're driving around on the street, especially with the adjustable mirrors that are included. And on the trail, these are still going to give you that extra security, but also do a really good job at providing a lot of visibility, considering that this whole lower area will be open, so you can see where you're crawling around on the trail and make it a little bit safer. Now these are going to be built tough, made of a 1.5-inch thick steel tubing construction, and this is also going to come with a nice texture black powder coat finish on top, as well as an e-coating or an epoxy coating, which is going to provide some protection to the steel underneath to prevent any rusting or corrosion. Now these are not only going to do just all of that, but these are also going to add a really rugged and off-road style to your Wrangler while you have those full doors off. So these are going to be roughly $500, and in my personal opinion, I think for what this kit comes with, that is set at a pretty good price point. Now $500 for one set of tube doors is pretty average, so if you do have a 4-door, keep in mind that you will have to purchase the rear door separately, and you will be roughly doubling that price point. Now in comparison to some other choices, these are more simplistically styled, so these aren't going to be as flashy as some other options, but these are going to be very functional. So these are going to come with those fully adjustable mirrors like I mentioned before, as well as limiting straps that are adjustable so you can set your preference on where you want your door to sit. And these also are going to come with those rubber bump stops to prevent the tube door from hitting the body, preventing any potential damage. Now these are going to be very inclusive in comparison to other kits, even though they are pretty simplistically designed. However, Rugged Ridge also does offer some options where you can build off of this. So I do really like that. You are able to add some accessories on here. You will have to purchase those separately, but I do really like the fact that Rugged Ridge gives you that option to build off of these tube doors. So in my personal opinion, I think if you're looking for a very functional tube door that comes with really everything that you need in the package, it is also going to give you a rugged and off-road look, then this option by Rugged Ridge is going to be a really good one to take a look at. So install is going to be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. These are going to be pretty easy to put together and get them on your Jeep with some very basic hand tools. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for my install were an impact wrench, a 3/8-inch drive hand ratchet, 13mm and a 10mm wrench, a T50 and T40 Torque socket, a 4mm Allen socket or the provided Allen key, and a 13mm deep socket. So our first step to taking off our doors is taking off our hinge bolts. Now you're going to need a T50 Torque socket or a T50 Torque bit and an impact wrench or a hand ratchet, and we can go ahead and remove both of those. So our next step is to remove this bolt on our door assist here. I'm going to use a T40 Torque socket to remove that bolt. And that should free up our door. Then we can pop off this trim piece. Just have to pull forward. Then we can pull up on our lever. May have to unhook the red tab. Just using a small flathead screwdriver just to help me out. So what we need to do is pull up on this lever, and then we can pull out the door connector. And then what we can do is take off our limiting strap. So you just have to slide that over the hook. And after that is off, we have full access to take off our door. So what we can do at this point is just lift up on our door and store it in a safe location. So before we go ahead and install our doors, we do need to install a couple of things on them. We need to attach our hinges as well as our mirror. So you want to make sure that you have your hardware staged as well as your tools ready, and then we can go ahead and do that. So first we can mount up our hinges so we have enough room without the mirror here. So you want to make sure that the hinges are angled in, or else you're going to get some contact on your door. So then we can grab the provided hardware, 2 flat washers, the bolt and the nylon lock nut. Secure that down. And once you have those threaded in, we don't want to tighten this all the way down because we will want to adjust this later once we latch the door in. So I'm going to take a 13mm socket and a 13mm wrench and just snug those up. So we should be able to still wiggle this around, and then we can do the bottom hinge. All right, then we can move on to our mirror. Now we can mount up our mirror. Now there's gonna be a couple holes here, but we're gonna be using the 3 in the middle. Then we can take our provided hardware. It's gonna be the button head bolt and the nylon lock nut. And we can also take our provided Allen key to help us thread in the nut. Now I'm going to tighten this down with a 4mm Allen socket instead of the provided key, just to make it a little bit quicker, and also a 10mm wrench. So after everything's mounted up, what you can do is do the same thing on the other side, and then we can mount these up. So once both doors are put together, what we can do is mount these up on the hinges. Right? So once those are there, what we can do is lift this up and latch this in. And then we can tighten down where our hinges sit, because that's where that is going to latch and be level. So now we can just tighten these up with that same 13mm wrench and socket. So now we can secure this down with our factory door bolts. We can just thread those on and then tighten those down with a T50 Torx. So we can tighten those down with a T50 Torx. Because there is paint on this, you may want to take a hand ratchet to this instead of an impact wrench so you don't damage the bolt. So last but not least, we're going to install our limiting strap. Now this is going to be adjustable. There are a couple sections, so you can adjust this to however far you want your door to swing out. We're going to hook one end on our door and then one end on our factory hook inside of our door. So to make sure that this is not interfering with your driving, we're just gonna pop this back into place. And then we can repeat all of that on the other side. So that's gonna wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more products and videos like this, always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.